A true product of the WWE Performance Center, she debuted in 2016. She competed in the inaugural WWE Mae Young Classic in 2017, and she participated in the Women's Battle Royal at WrestleMania in 2018. What's in store for 2019? Well, sky is the limit for this talented, athletic, and improving NXT superstar, Bianca Belair. Thank you, Bianca. I like to say the Princess of Bel-Air. So are you a Will Smith fan?
I definitely am a Will Smith fan, yes.
So tell us a little bit about the name, because Bianca Belair, it's such a cool name. Was that part of it, taking it from that, or was it something with shopping? Where did the name originate from?
Well, the name actually originated from my actual real name. My actual real name is Bianca Belair, and growing up, people always told me that had a ring to it. People always remembered my name, and so I wanted to think of something that was very similar to it, so I just stuck an E between the B and the L and made it from Bianca Belair to Bianca Belair. And so that's where that name came from.
The E is pretty cool because you also use the E for the EST.
Very true.
And Bianca, tell us about the ring gear, because that's also very cool ring gear. And do you have a favorite color of ring gear?
I'm pretty much anything that stands out, anything that's shiny. I like to, go out there and perform my best. I like to be the best. I like to shine. I like to be in the spotlight. So I like anything that sparkles, anything that glitters. That's why I'm into rhinestones, and I feel like superstars wear sequins, so I wear sequins and rhinestones. So that's where my gear comes from. And the lip print, that just highlights my femininity. I pride myself on being an athlete, and I have muscles, but at the same time, I am a woman, and my muscles make me feel empowered as a woman. So my lip print is just me putting my stamp on every time I step in the ring.
And you could see Bianca, whether it's on NXT on Wednesday nights, on the WWE Network, or whether it's in Florida, traveling, touring, or traveling throughout the country, or maybe even the world. So Bianca, what is it like for you to be an NXT superstar, somebody to be in WWE and get that training from the Performance Center?
Being in NXT, it's an experience like none other. I've never had an experience like this. Growing up, I played almost every sport in the book, from track, basketball, soccer, cheerleading, and CrossFit. And even though I feel like I have a great background that grounds me, I'm able to pick up on things very quickly. I'm coachable. But with that being said, wrestling is nothing like anything I've ever done before. It's a skill in its own. It's an art. It's a craft. So stepping into the Performance Center 2.5 years ago for the first time, I barely knew anything. And I started from the bottom and worked my way to the top. And I'm just so grateful to be surrounded by the amazing coaches and this amazing facility, and everything's provided to us. It basically just sets us up for success. So it's been a great experience being here in NXT.
And the NXT shows are amazing, and it is one of the hottest brands, not only in the country, but in the world. And if you were able to check out the schedule, go to nxttickets.com to see where NXT is coming, if it's coming near you. Bianca, we got to talk about the hair. I'm sure you don't get asked that enough.
Not enough, no.
How long is the hair for when you're in the ring? How many inches?
I've never actually measured the hair, but it's basically almost to the floor. It's pretty long. I've never actually measured it, but it almost touches, I would say it's between my ankle and my knee, so somewhere mid-calf. That's the length of my hair, so it's pretty long.
How long does it take Bianca Belair to prepare her hair for a match?
Oh, every match, preparing the hair, it's a task. I'm not even going to lie about that. It's definitely a task. I'm probably one of the last girls in the back to get ready. It's a lot that I put into the braids, and it's not something that everyone can do, and that's what makes it special. But all the work that I put into the braid is definitely worth it. So I'm not ever going to complain about how much time it takes to do the braid.
Are there other family members that have a history of long hair in your family?
Actually, yes. On my mom's side, my mom has 5 sisters, and my grandmother, they all had hair almost down past their bottom. So I do have a long history in my family of women that have long hair.
Well, then the family must love it then.
Oh, yeah, they do. They do.
How did you come up with the hair whip move? And do you recall the first time you used it in a match and the fan reaction?
Yeah, so when I first started, I was trying to figure out who I wanted to be, what I wanted to do, how I was going to stand out. And so I had an idea of wearing a long braid. I looked around and saw no one else had a hairstyle like that. And I was trying to go back and forth between, do I want to just wear my hair down and, have waves and curls like everyone else, or do I want to wear this braid? And so my husband was actually the one who told me, no, you need to keep that braid. That makes you stand out. He pushed me towards that. And at first it was just a thing of just, something that made me stand out. And I actually was in the ring, and he was watching me. He told me that I could probably use it. He said, you could probably use that braid in the ring. And it was one day I was in the ring, and Sarah, my coach Sarah, she asked me, can you hit her with it? So that was the first time I tried it. And that's when I realized I can use this thing in the ring. And the first person that I actually used it on was Ruby Riott in California. And that was the first time I ever used it, and that was the first time it ever made the noise. And from that moment on, that's where it all started, and it never stopped since then.
And fans just love it. That's the thing.